I'm not from Alberta. Maybe you figured that out. But I'll tell you, my family is. My grandfather was a coal miner and a preacher and probably endured crying babies lots of times on Sundays. In Lusker, a little town not far from Edson, up in the northwest there, yeah. Anyway, when Grandpa wasn't underground working the coal seam, he was in communities, talking to people about the future, talking to people about hope and light. You know, I'm very proud of my family roots here in Alberta. I've always been proud of my grandfather, who passed away about 10 years ago. But I have to say, I never really felt I had much in common with him until this last year, when I found myself in Alberta, in communities, talking to people about the future, talking to people about hope and about light bulbs. A little bit different, but not too different. See, everybody knows Alberta is the energy province, right? You guys got it all underground, coming up there. It's super. You guys rock. Economic engine of Canada. Super. Oil and gas. You've got it all here. You should be very proud of your province. But today we're here to celebrate a different kind of energy. A different kind of energy. It's not the kind you hear about too much, and particularly in the national press right now. But in many ways, it's the kind of energy that is really, I think, more important to the future of this province than the traditional kinds of energy. I'm talking about energy that's drawn from your strong sense of community, from your deep generosity that we've seen over and over in this campaign, and because people in Alberta believe that simple actions matter. When we started this campaign, and Minister Renner, thank you again for your kind words on that too. The support has been tremendous. But people did tell me, Stuart, maybe you don't want to do Project Porchlight there. Maybe you want to try somewhere else because the words environment, energy conservation, and Alberta just don't seem to fit together. Well, look around, people. Look at these pictures up here and listen to the stories that you heard. And give yourself a round of applause because those people were wrong. Yeah. We kicked off the Porchlight campaign in Medicine Hat in Minister Renner's riding. Tremendous support there. We had 500 people registered as volunteers before that launch event even took place. And over the next 12 months, by the thousands, people came out from big communities and small communities from all backgrounds and walks of life to strap on a shoulder bag of light bulbs and walk up and down their street sharing a simple action with their friends and their neighbors, that people can do things about climate change, can do things about energy costs. People like the seniors group in Slave Lake who delivered bulbs in minus 30 degrees in the wind. The cute kids from Ponoka and Provost who donned the green caps, many of you have seen them up there, and took this bulb campaign and covered whole communities in just a couple of days, going door to door. The veterans and the Kiwanis members who, more than anyone else, expressed to me that their sense that they owed it to the province to give something back, and delivered bulbs in Medicine Hat, Red Deer, Brooks. Those awesome people, young and old, came out to do this. Each person carrying that simple message that simple actions matter, and a free compact fluorescent bulb as the trigger. In all, 4,500 volunteers came out, were trained with us, went out door to door. Some of you here today, thank you, thank you. 800,000 bulbs delivered in 250 communities across Alberta. 800,000. Okay, let's talk for just a very quick second. What is 800,000 bulbs? $29 million that stays in people's pockets. 400,000 tons of pollution that's not going to be pumped into the sky. And an astonishing, as I found out this morning, 320 million pounds of coal that won't be burned to keep the lights on. And I'm willing to bet that that's more coal than my grandfather dug out of the ground. These are impressive numbers, of course, and you've heard about them before. But for me, the most important part of this campaign is what you feel, and I hope what brought you here today on a nice sunny day to sit in a dark room and listen to us. It's the personal impact. The primary benefits of a campaign like Project Porchlight for OneChange are impossible to measure because you can't sum them up in a statistic or even many statistics. The benefits of this kind of campaign are seen in the strengthening of community networks, where people feel empowered to talk about issues that they care about with their friends and neighbors. The benefits are seen in the idea that anyone, no matter what your background is, can be a catalyst for real measurable change in their own community, and that kind of change can be sustained if we all work together towards a common goal. The benefits of this kind of project, and we've seen it here in spades in Alberta, is that we have whole communities of people who believe that simple actions matter and go on beyond changing the light bulb to make smart choices that will protect the environment, that will sustain our resources for our children and our grandchildren here in Alberta. It's easy to be discouraged today. You read the news. You know, last year there was a climate change crisis. Now we have an economic crisis. Bummer, right? The impact that this campaign has is that we tip that first domino, get people to shift from being aware that they should do something to doing something. And it's more important now than ever before that we continue to do this kind of work. And as Mag said, people far and wide have watched what you've done, who've seen these pictures, and who want to know how you did it here in Alberta. You should be very proud of that. I know I'm very proud of it. And I wanted to tell you that when I'm lately in Phoenix and Denver and Chicago and in Washington, D.C., and people are asking me about this campaign, I'm talking about Ponoka and Medicine Hat and Grand Prairie and Calgary. People have noticed Alberta has been leading in this. So tonight, and this is really the last time you're going to hear someone speak for very long at this thing tonight, look up at the Calgary Tower. It's green, as Deputy Mayor Pincott mentioned. Remember, when you look at that each one of us can be a catalyst for change in our own communities and a light in our own communities. The Calgary Tower has always been a profound symbol of a confident, prosperous Alberta that has its eyes fixed straight on the future. And now it's also a beacon to people here in Alberta and to people within Canada and abroad, that people in Alberta do care about the environment. They do care about the future, and that the future of this province is bright. Thank you for your attention today, and we hope you enjoy the show. Thank you.